Oh man, so we are here with my guy. We've been knowing each other for about 3 years. 3 years.
Yes, sir.
3 years, and it's been nothing but vibes with you, man. So, but the thing is, I do not know the other side of you, and that's the side that we're about to get in. So, from my understanding, that you do have another album coming up on the 30th. Kind of
Yes,
just delve
yes,
into that.
sir. So, it's called Versatile. I'm dropping 15 songs. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? And the purpose of the purpose of the album is really to just show the versatility that I have as an artist. You get what I'm saying? Because people always be like, "Oh, you supposed to do this type of music. You supposed to do this type of music." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool, but I like to do everything." You get what I'm saying? Whatever hit, hit. I just
So,
like making music.
absolutely. So, if I could say this, you're not a specific artist. You're more so of a lyricist.
I would say so. I mean, I wouldn't really say a lyricist.
Okay.
I'm an entertainer.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? That's what I like to. People be like, there's artists, there's people that can do music, there's people that I know how to entertain. Cause even when I perform, I entertain. You know that, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I know that. Like,
Yeah,
I seen some of your performances, and I've actually been in some. But the reason why I asked, are you a lyricist, is because a lyricist doesn't necessarily have a specific label. You know what I mean? So, like, you can make a song about gospel music. You can make a
right,
song
right.
about, club songs. I'm saying, like, when it comes to this field, would you consider yourself a lyricist?
Correct,
Okay.
correct.
So you said that the 15 songs were showing the versatility of who Charm is. So kind of give us a breakdown of what we should be expecting.
So you got R&B,
Okay.
you got like, and I took the R&B to like the old style of R&B.
How old we talking?
I'd probably say it has like let's say Boys to Men, but not
Oh,
with
okay.
all of the vocals. Of course, it has vocals in it, but more like a new age Boys to Men. You get what I'm saying? It has a style of Chris Brown in it. It even has a style of a little bit of Michael.
Shit, I was
Then
gonna say Justin Timberlake, Brian McKnight.
right,
You know what I mean?
you know what I'm saying? And because I talk in between some of it, I got a female talking in some of the songs, like in the vocals. So it give that old school type of vibe, type of feel. Then it also has I have club. I love my lit music. I love making my lit songs.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, the lead song on my project, from my understanding and from the people that done heard some of the songs, is a song called "Yeah Okay." You know what I'm saying? It's a lit song. It's just a vibe. You feel me?
So being as okay, so I want to kind of talk about this just a little more, and then we're about
Hmm.
to get into like the deeper aspects of the interview.
Right.
You said that I like how you said that it's a mixture of R&B. You know what I mean? So let me ask you this: so is there any fan base that you have that's connected to one genre of music that you do? And what I mean is, if they once they listen to this album,
Hmm.
right? Will they gravitate to R&B by itself, or are they open minded with the lyricism?
They're open minded.
Okay,
Of course, there's gonna be some that like some songs more than the other
okay.
because of their preferences. Like, for example, I have a Spanish song on there.
See, exactly. That's what I mean, right there.
So of course, when the Spanish people hear the Spanish song, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I like that one. That's the hit." You know what I'm saying? But some people that love R&B gonna be like, "Nah, this R&B song is the hit." People that like the club record gonna be like, "Nah, this club record is the hit." You know what I'm saying? So it really just depends on. It gives moods, because I
Oh,
don't know
okay,
if you
okay.
remember when I did the four me's in the one video, where I had me talking to me. Like it was emotional, it was player, it was aggressive, and it was understanding and romantic.
Yeah, I don't know when you uploaded that,
It was
but
probably about a couple months
three.
ago.
Okay, I was gonna
But
say 4 months.
basically,
Okay.
basically, this album is kind of based on that. It gives different pieces of a person, of me.
So will with this album, right? Will this explain the totality of who Charm is?
It'll give a taste of it.
A taste.
It'll give a taste of it. I'm not gonna say it'll explain the totality. In the order of how I have the songs tells a story.
Oh, so it's in order.
Yes, it's
So every
definitely in
song is
order.
in order. Like
Every
it's not
song is
okay.
definitely in
That's
order.
different. That's
Yeah.
different. It's a lot of people don't really do that anymore. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the last time someone created a trapped in the closet. You know what I mean? I
Right, right,
cannot think
right,
of anybody that made albums or stories that led up to it. You know what I mean?
right.
It was kind of just a free for all. So I'm actually looking forward to that because I'm pretty sure some things in there that I've never knew about you at all. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there's some things that I knew, that I know that we're about to get into, but I'm actually looking forward to that. What's the name of it again?
It's called Versatile, and I spelled it. I didn't spell it the way that versatile is spelled. I spelled it verse and then satile. So basically, Versatile. Because versatile is Versatile.
You wanted to switch it up a little bit.
Right. So basically saying I'm versatile with my verses.
Now, okay, so we done talking about the surface stuff. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So he basically got an album called Versatile coming out on the 30th. Everybody check that out. It's a mixture of different flavors, basically, or even a mixture of different cultures, because that's what he said. He mentioned
That
R&B
too.
and B.
Right.
He mentioned Spanish music. So it's a mixture of everything. Now let's get a little deeper.
Let's do it.
Okay, so from my understanding, you have a movie coming out,
Yes.
right? Kind of go in a little more detail in that. And the second question to that is, what inspired you to make that movie?
Okay. So basically, the movie is called Room Available. And it's just basically based on a female. She's looking for a house or a place to move into. She ends up finding this room when she, with her in a nice house. And then when she finds this room, she think everything is all sweet. It's all good. It's a horror slash suspense slash thriller. It also has like a taste of drama. It's crazy because everybody always like people that watched it like out of the cast. They all said, "Wow, we have a hit Tyler Perry movie." And I'm like, Tyler Perry, that's
So
not.
it's referencing Tyler Perry movie. So we should be expecting kind of like the same thing
It's
regarding.
like it has drama, it has action, it has horror, it has a piece of everything in it. Really, to be honest.
So are there any scenes that'll make you be like, okay, this is a little too gory for me, or
There
this is a little
is.
too
It's
graphic?
it's funny because the scene that would be considered that is the scene that I'm in. I can't
So
tell
you
you.
the one that's making it gory, basically.
Yes, definitely. It got crazy. And the movie is such a special project because it's actually CP Hollywood's movie. He wrote it.
Hmm.
I co-wrote
You
it.
can shout him out if you want to.
But yeah, definitely shout out to CP Hollywood. That's my manager. You know what I'm saying? Me and him, we like two peas in a pod. When we put together and do something, it gets done. Um, we have major distribution for it as well. We have 4 distributions for it, and we're also gonna put it all through the film festival. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a real crazy thing. We have a major budget that's gonna be behind it as well.
So
So it's gonna be yeah.
So what we'll be seeing, because I was at the last film festival that
Hmm.
came, and I was in one of the movies that
Right.
was shown. So we'll be seeing this one in the next film festival.
It's definitely going to be in the film festival. Around I would say late February, early
Okay.
March. It'll be in the film festivals for sure.
Now, how did you come about? Like, how did this come about? Like, how
Well,
did you get
really,
people to audition, and you know what I mean? How did you delve into that?
well, I always had a gift of getting people to come out. You know what I'm saying? Even when I threw my parties, people come out. You know what I'm saying? I bring like 50 to about 100 people to my parties on a regular. So, we put out a casting. Me and CP was like, let's do this movie. I got the script. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's get it done. And then from there, we did the casting. I made the flyer. Did the casting. People came out to the casting. First casting we had, it was about like 25 people. Second casting was about another maybe 15, 20 people. And then, we just picked from there. And it was just like, what's crazy is almost every actor that came out was stellar.
Mm.
We don't have no mediocre actor in this movie. So it just, me and CP were just good at bringing people out and getting people together and getting it done. Because really, to be honest with you, it was a blessing because it was literally just gonna be me and CP doing this whole movie, which technically it is me and CP who did the whole movie.
Yeah.
But when we did that, some of the cast members came and said, "Hey, look, y'all need help. You know what I'm saying? Let us help." So everybody who's actually a part of the production is in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it went from me and CP to about me, CP, Sully, Schneider, Lexus, Da Vinci, Aces. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Aces. That's my well, we both like that's our girl right there. But
Definitely.
I wanna do say this for the viewers that's listening, that's watching. He is not lying when he say he can bring people together. I was very fortunate to perform at his Valentine's Day. I think it was a showcase, Valentine's Day showcase at a restaurant in Little Haiti,
Mm-hmm.
right? And a lot of people came. A lot of people showed up. A lot of great talent, and he's not lying. Like he's talking about the movie. I was one of the people that auditioned, but I'm not in the movie due to specific reasons. We're gonna get into that.
Right.
But as far as him saying that he can bring people together, that is all facts. He's not just making that up. I actually lived it out. You know what I mean? So this is the real deal. So have you had any regarding the movie? Have you had any doubts while making the movie process? And how did you overcome those? Because we all know as a creative, doubts run through your head
Right.
like Usain Bolt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, I didn't have any doubts.
Okay.
To be honest with you, just being real. When I put my mind to something, I do it. You know what I'm saying? Whether if this person's gonna help me do it or not, I go do it. Like, I didn't really have no doubts because one, I know what I'm capable of, and two, it just how everything flowed. Everything was just flowing so smooth. It was just like this is nobody but God that was putting this in motion. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like after the second day, like I had someone who was just even on the first day, I had someone, I need this lens. I need this lens. He had it. It's in his pocket. It's over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like the perfect production assistant ever, which is Sully. And shout out to Sully because that's the MVP of the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I needed something, it was right there. And he's also a cast member too, and he killed his scenes. When you see his scenes, you're gonna be like, whoa.
So talking to scenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is there one scene or multiple scenes that made you think like, okay, like even though it's finished, but basically what I'm saying is when you go back and look at the scenes that's done,
Right.
do you ever think, hey, this could be a little bit better?
All the time.
So do you take action or do you just be like, you know what, that's fine?
No, I always this movie has to be perfect. Cause one, this movie we're looking at this movie to be movie theaters. That's the goal. That's the bar. The bar is movie theaters. So we're doing everything that a production would do. We're even doing the dubs, which is what they do now, where they go back in the studio and they redub the whole audio. We're doing that. We're in the process of doing that right now because the movie's already edited. It's a lengthy movie, but it's good. It has a piece of everything in it. But yes, every time and what we do is, people take notes. Someone always catches something. Oh shoot, this was here or this part right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, go back and change it. To be honest with you, with these edits, I've probably done changed one scene about 10 to 15 times.
Yeah.
In editing. So yes, if there's something that needs to change, it's gonna get changed. It's just
so you saying you said out of those 15 times, there's only been one scene you done changed 15 times.
No, I'm saying out of every scene, I've done changed it about like 15 times. 100%.
Have you ever had any creative differences with the co-writers?
With the co-writers,
Yeah.
well, I'm the only co-writer. It's just me and CP. CP is the main writer who wrote the whole script, and I'm the co-writer.
So have you guys ever had any like, no, they should
Differences?
act this way, or no, they should perform that way?
No, because the good thing about it is that he lets one he trusts my judgment and I trust his. He know what I'm great at, I know what he's great at. So we don't really question each other when it comes to, like, if I say, oh, we should do this or we should add this scene, because there were scenes that we added while we were shooting that wasn't a part of the script. Because how I shoot is I shoot with my editing in mind. So if I know
That's
that
a good
this
point.
scene,
Good point.
if I know that this scene is scene 2, but between scene 2 and scene 3 there needs this transition of a different scene to happen, then we get it done. So we ended up adding 30 extra scenes into the movie, which was supposed to be 41 scenes, and it became 73.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, it's definitely, he trusts my judgment, I trust his. Of course, it's his movie, so if he says, I don't really want this, I like the idea, but I don't think it'll match, then it just don't fit. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes we just shoot it just because it's better to have it than not to have it.
That's a good point. It's
You
better
know?
to have it there, so when if you
Right.
want to use it, it's right there. You don't gotta waste time filming, filming another. Okay, so well, first I want to say, on the outside looking in, I am paying attention
Mm-hmm.
to a movie that I auditioned for. So it's like I'm seeing it. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right.
see it on your page all the time, and I actually cannot wait until you, like you said, you dishing it to different publishers and
Right.
distributions. So that's something that will be watched on a great screen. Have you had any actors
Mm-hmm.
that you knew were the one, but they just couldn't go with the character? Like, they nailed their audition,
Mm-hmm.
but to the part, they just wasn't. You just couldn't see them as that part.
Actually, there was one person.
Okay.
Um, Clay. Clay was the one person, right? He came. He auditioned for Mr. Green. But when he auditioned for Mr. Green, he was such a great actor, where it was like, okay, he don't fit the Mr. Green description or the role, but he needs to be in this movie. So we ended up making a whole character for him, which is David in the movie, and he killed it. When I tell you, he destroyed the movie, literally. Like his scene is perfect. So yeah, he was really the mainly the only person, one of the only people that we actually made a role for. Oh, and actually Carol too. She became the HOA president. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, there was people who was like, okay, we like you as an actor or an actress, but you don't fit the role that you came to do. So let's put you here, or let's create a role for you to make it make sense. And that's what we did.
Have you had any actors that just wasn't complying? You know what I mean? Like,
Right. There was not. That's why I said this was all God.
Mm.
There was not one bad actor. There was not one actor that complained. There was not one actor or actress that like gave us a hard time. Matter of fact, our lead actress, shout out to Slay Omi, which is our lead actress. She was there for hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours on set. Not one complaint.
Wow.
Not one complaint. And as Mitzi as well. Both of them, not one complaint. They're the two like lead female actresses in the movie. Not one complaint. There was barely any complaints from anybody. You know what I'm saying? After 4 hours of filming, we fed everybody. There was food on set every day. So we made sure everybody ate, you know, because when you don't eat, you get a little hangry.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm
most
saying?
definitely.
So everybody, like, literally, that's why I say it was just God, because like even like people would be like we had 28 actors. Now we ended up having 31 people that actually spoke in the movie, right? Which is a lot for a movie. 31 people, right? And none of them was a problem. The scenes was smooth. Everything went smooth. It was just like flowing like water.
It basically what the word what the saying is, it just fell in your lap, basically.
Right. It
just fell in your
it
lap.
was meant to be, you know. So when you have something that God says this is for you, it's for you, and no one else could take it, and that's what this is, literally.
So I'm glad that you mentioned, like, I'm glad that you're giving credit to God for everything, because
Of course.
everything just flows perfectly. This is what I always say though,
Mhm.
and I want you to kind of piggyback off of this. Anything that you do for God will always comes with distractions.
Right.
So if you are there some distractions that you can name or that you feel was a distraction during this entire this movie?
During this movie, a distraction during this movie.
Anyone you could think of or you feel is a distraction? Because one thing I know is when you do something
The
for God.
only thing I could say
Mhm.
that I wouldn't say was a distraction, but you know what I'm saying, there was a little bit of disagreement between the production, but it wasn't like crazy.
Nah,
It was just
it
like
was a creative
it was just like,
difference.
oh, we should shoot this angle, and then it was like, no, we should shoot this angle, and then it was like, let's just do both, and that was the solution. Let's do both angles. We do your angle, and then we're gonna do my angle. Cool, because I'm the executive director for the whole movie. I'm also the editor. So it's like I said, I'm shooting with my editing in mind. You know what I'm saying? I never shot nobody idea down. I never said, nah, we're not gonna do that. Never said that. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, cool. If you want to do it that, we could do that. But let me get my angle done. Once we get my angle done, we could set up your angle and get that done also. That's literally probably the only thing that I could say that came close to being a distraction. Besides that, we were shooting every day, no problem. Like, it was just smooth. Like, shout out to my boy Sony, because that's the one who he rented out his house, beautiful home, and like, it just made the movie go on a whole different level.
So, one last question regarding the movie, and then we're about to go into other things.
Okay.
Do as far as the what do you call those? As far as the script, right? As far as the script, how long did How long did you guys write that script? How long did it take you guys? Because from what I'm seeing, it's not no short script. It's not like one scene and just have a couple lines. It's one scene with a bunch of lines. So as far as like, how did the script writing grow? Did you guys do that
Script
together?
writing, well, CP had the movie written already, right?
Oh, it was already finished.
Well, he had the rough draft.
Okay, okay.
The rough draft only had about maybe 28 scenes, to be honest with you. And then from me reading the whole, he told me, read the script, tell me what you think, because you're the one shooting it, you're the one editing it. I need you to be comfortable with this script. So I said, okay, cool. So I did that, read it, and I was like, I like it, but there's some gaps in between here, which is, so I told him, let's add here, let's add this scene. Then we added a whole new character. We added 2 new characters. It was just like, then when we did that, the script started becoming complete. Then read it over. He added, he removed, we reworded. You know what I'm saying? And then we read it over, and it was like, okay, I like it. Now this part should switch to this, or this part should do this. You know what I'm saying? So everything I suggested, he didn't deny it, because it was a good idea. It was okay. Let's do that, and let's do this.
Yeah, because it basically aligned to what he was saying. It's like you didn't really say nothing out of the box, basically, because it's like he had the same mindset as like you just said what he said.
Right. It's not like I just came and said, no, let's change it. I didn't change. We didn't change a lot of stuff in the script. We just added to make it more of a full circle. Because like there's so many actors and actresses in this movie, but every story literally comes back and does this. And that's what a great movie does.
Absolutely.
A great movie can take everybody's situation and piece it back into the same thing and be like, oh wow, That's what this was doing.
I always say a good movie takes you all around the world, but it ties you back into the main
Right,
issue or the
right,
main
right.
problem or the main whatever at the very end.
And the crazy thing is, this thing literally takes you all around the world. There's killing scenes, there's stabbing scenes, there's a shooting scene, there's dream horror scenes. It's crazy.
Have you ever I'm pretty sure you heard of Beat a Model podcast.
Right.
Right. So they are also I'm in a couple of movies of them as well.
Nice.
Have you ever thought about collabing with them on something? Because listen, let me tell you something. That right there will blow. This is what I like to call all of us together a Broward family. Like the I like to say that because we all know the same people.
Right.
Like all of us know the same people. Like if it's somebody who I know that you don't, that's because you haven't recognized him, but you know him. You know what I mean?
I've been
So
on
the question is, would you, if they were down with that, because I'm basically instigating something here, would you be down to shoot with them?
Of course.
Okay.
I've done a podcast with them before. As
Shout
far
out to
as
all of them.
Right, definitely. Shout out to them.
Family.
Shout out to Be the Model. I've done an interview with them a while back, probably like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yep.
Right. So it was their energy is good. I like their energy. Their vibe is cool. I like what they're doing. They're moving as well. You get what I'm saying? So I'm always down to work with different collaborators and different people, putting things together because I'm a creative.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? How could you be a real creative if you're not willing to work with other creatives? You know?
That statement sounded so basic, but it's so hard it's so easy to miss. Like you just said, it's like, how can you be a creative but you're not growing with other creatives?
Right. Because it's like something that you thinking, or it could be a project that you have, right? And then someone could come and enhance your project and make it better. Because imagine if I would have told CP, let's add this and this and this, and then he was like, no. You get what I'm saying?
I'd have been like, wait, I would have been like, understanding.
But you said I'm the direct, but you get what I'm saying? But creatives, real creatives, know how to work with other creatives.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? And when that happens, it becomes something even bigger. Because for example, with our movie, one of the actors, shout out to Lexus, one of the actors, which is Lexus, he came the second day, no, the third day, and he brought all his equipment after that, literally. So we had way more equipment than we had from before. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's a photographer, so photographers pay way close attention to details and this and make sure that everything is proportioned correctly for the video, rule of thirds, all that. So it's just, if you don't allow people to enhance your project or your vision or your dream, you're gonna slow down your process.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's just certain things like that. Like, you're gonna slow yourself down. You're probably blocking your own blessings when you do
Right, and that's what I always say too. It's like you just said, it's like you're creative, but you can never reach that high potential if you do not work with other creators.
Exactly.
Like, you cannot work on your own. I don't care what society is telling you.
It's like when people make the songs, I did it by myself or started from, like, no, everybody has a team.
Yes, everyone.
Everybody that made it had a team behind them. Whether if you seen the team or if you didn't, they had a team behind them. What if it was the one extra person? It's still a team. You can't really do nothing by yourself because it's like, it's so many things that you need from other people. People have to play their roles and their positions. Like, even
that's true. Like, the person on your team probably ain't used to being in front of the camera, but they are complete monsters behind the camera.
Exactly.
So let them work behind the camera.
Everybody needs somebody in every situation. Even if a billionaire right now gets locked up, he needs somebody to bail him out. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't say you don't need nobody or this and this. It's a lie. You need someone. Everybody needs someone. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you say I don't trust that. I don't trust people. You're gonna trust somebody in your life. You know, you may not trust everybody, but you're gonna trust somebody.
So that kind of just led into like the other side, the other parts of the interview, the much more intimate parts. So
Okay.
you said that you might not trust everybody, but you're gonna trust somebody.
Right.
Okay, so in this line of work, right?
Right.
Because we both know that this is also a cutthroat industry, right? So what are your perspectives on trust and what working with a lot of people?
For me, this is what it is for me. For me, I'm gonna let everybody prove to me that they can before I tell them they can't.
Mm.
Cause someone could come and be like, "Oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this." You know what I'm saying? And if the actions follow behind it, that's perfect. But if the actions don't follow behind it and they're just talking, 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 at least I gave you a chance to either prove yourself right or to hang yourself. It's either one, and it doesn't mean I'm not gonna rock with you. I'm not gonna fuck with you no more. It just means that I know that you're just a talker. You're not a doer. You know what I'm saying? So I give everybody the position and the chance to do before I say, nah, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know who you are. I don't know who you know. You know what I'm saying? I could be blocking my blessings by saying no to you. Even with this interview, I could have been blocking my blessings by saying, nah, well, I don't want to do an interview. But that's not the type of person that I am. I give everybody a chance, you know what I'm saying, to blossom, even if it's gonna be through me or opportunity through me. It's just, you know.
So what I'm getting is you more so of a let me see
Right.
type person
I'm
before you just I got like bad trust issues. I'm not going to
right.
stop them.
See,
Okay.
one thing I learned, I can't let past experiences that I had with other people affect the new people that's coming in or the people that's trying to help me for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like me, all right, for example, it's like me being in a relationship with a woman and then another woman comes, and even though my ex then did this or this and this, I can't be like, oh, because my ex did this and this and this, now I gotta treat you a certain way. No, you're a brand new person. I gotta treat you as if you're a brand new person, and I gotta give you the chance to either prove yourself right or to hang yourself. And it's just that simple. So yeah, I just give everybody a chance to just go. I'm natural. I like things to flow naturally. If it flows naturally, I don't fight it. But if it's something where it starts to feel forced, that's when I'm like, okay, maybe the energy is telling me I shouldn't really do this. I'm big on energy. You know
Oh,
what I'm
I was
saying?
going to say intuition. Yeah.
Right. So if the energy or, my intuition is telling me nah, then I might heed it and I might be like, okay, cool. But the only way it'll tell me nah or not to do it is if the person's actions isn't following. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little things, certain things that you got to pay attention to.
So that was a good point. So as far as trust, not even trust, but as far as connections with people in this line of work, right? Have you had encounters with people that made you be like, you know what, you just all talk, or you
Plenty.
know what, this ain't for me, or you know what, we cool, but we're gonna keep it cordial in this line of work, or even in life?
Plenty.
Mm.
I've ran into so many people that, people see me, they're like, oh man, this dude lit. He could dance, he could sing, he could rap. I need to get behind him. And it's like, okay, yo, man, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And I'm like, okay, show me. Then they keep talking, 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 but no actions. And I'm just like, okay. And that's when I just really learned, do it yourself. Even if this person says that they can do this for you, still put a plan to do it yourself. Because for example, if me and CP would have still been waiting to do this movie,
That's right. That's right.
it wouldn't have been done. But we said, we're gonna do it ourselves. And now the movie is about 90% done. We're literally just doing audio and the dubbing, and that's basically it. The
So
movie's about done.
Yeah, so that's another good point. Like I always say, ask for help, but don't wait for help.
Right.
Like you so that is completely profound. It's like go
Mm-hmm.
out there and reach out for anybody who you think can help. But in the meantime, get yourself right.
Exactly.
Learn the skills you need to learn. Don't wait.
Exactly. See, like me personally, I started off having only two talents.
Mm.
I knew how to sing, and I really knew how to sing back then. And then I knew how to draw. I could draw. I could draw you, and it'll look just like you. But that's a talent that I kind of tucked away, you know. But from that, I taught myself how to do many other things. I taught myself how to pick up the camera. And that's one of the reasons why I picked up the camera. I was getting tired of the videographers giving me work, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
this isn't what I wanted. So who can get your vision better than you? So I picked up the camera. I started doing my own editing. I started doing these things. And it became a completely different story. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I taught myself how to dance. I taught myself how to play the guitar. I taught myself how to play the ukulele. I could do a lot of things people don't know. I taught myself how to play the piano. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like little things, like engineering. So yeah.
So would you agree that when it comes to your brand building, right? Um, it's good to because you have a lot of people who you work with who
Mhm.
helped you out, but it's still the matter of it's like I appreciate your help. You know what I'm saying? You definitely did a wide contribution,
Mhm.
but if you didn't come through, that image or that content or that movie was going to get put out regardless, type thing. So as far as that, because that's a mindset, that's a
Mhm.
skill that needs to be exercised. Like a lot of people have that, but they don't exercise it. They think that
Right.
you nothing gets moved without someone.
Right.
You know what I mean? And basically, your mindset. Were you an only child?
No, I actually have four older brothers. I'm the youngest.
Okay, so I said that because it's like when you are the only child or when you're the first child, you develop this mindset of I can do it by myself
Mhm.
and I don't really need nobody. But what you talking about is more so of an entrepreneurial route type thing because entrepreneurs, one thing about us, will find ways to get it done. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So
Exactly.
do you believe that stuff like this can get taught? Because you know what they say, you either have it or you don't. You know what I mean?
Honestly, it's it goes it could be two different things. I don't believe that it can be taught. I don't believe drive can be taught.
Mm,
I think drive just has to be in you. Like it's kind of like you said, you either have it or you don't. I'm not gonna say that if you don't have drive, you can't have it, but you gotta want that drive for yourself. You gotta want to feel this type of way for yourself. You gotta want to do the project for yourself. You know, so somewhere, some down the line, it's gonna have to come in you. That's why I say it can't be taught. It gotta be, you know, you gotta feel it for it to really happen. Cause CP could have came to me and be like, "Yo, I want to do this movie. I think we can do it by ourselves." And I could have said, "I don't think so.
mm.
I don't want to. I'm not confident enough to do this movie with you." You think the movie would have got done? Of course it would have, because he would have found someone else to do the movie, and he would have probably been disappointed, but he would have found someone else to do the movie, and it would have been getting done the same way. You know?
So when you brought up, you either have the drive, like you cannot teach drive, you either have it or you don't, right?
Hmm.
I think that drive has no specific category. Like you just gotta have it. Whether you demonstrate that somewhere, that's where, like, for example, entrepreneurship. Like, you could be an entrepreneur, but if you ain't got the drive to do it, then it ain't going nowhere.
I agree.
So, do you think or do you feel that the drive that you have is demonstrated everywhere? What I mean by that, I mean you have the drive to get this done. You
Hmm.
have the drive to, deal with this. You have the drive to conquer this. Is that how you feel with life? I mean, with uh, with your work, entertainment, relationships, all of that stuff. Do you feel that the same drive? Let me bring it out. Do you feel that the same drive you have in your entertainment
Hmm.
is the same drive without? I mean, with every other aspect of life.
Yes. Reason I say that is because if I put my mind to something, no matter what it is, if it's a woman that I want, if it's uh it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? If it's a project that I need to get done outside of music, outside of film, if it's a goal that I need to set, I'm gonna do it. That's just how I feel because it's like, why am I not gonna do it if I want to do it?
Yeah.
If I want it, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna try to go and pursue it. It don't mean that everything will be successful because some things aren't for you, you know. But it never hurts to try. You won't know until you try. Like, and the best example I could say towards that is one of the both lead actresses in the movie. Um, they never acted before. They
Mm,
literally told me, "I don't think I can act good. I don't think this is for me." And I was like, I know your character. I think you can act. And they ended up being the best actresses in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because they believed in themselves and they did it. They could have kept telling me no and no and no. I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it. It's not for me. But they finally said, you know what? Let me do it. And now they're about to. They don't even know it, but they're about to be the next biggest actresses coming out of South Florida.
yeah.
100%.
Yep. That's right.
This movie is that big. You know what I'm saying? So with everything I do, I have a drive towards it. But I have to have the passion or the drive towards it. Because there's some things that I may do that I just do it because I know a friend needs it, or I know this person needs it, or I know that it'll be beneficial in the long run for this. The drive, the level of drive may not be the same. I'll admit to that, but I'm gonna still get it done. You know what I'm saying? Because of certain things. So it just really depends. If I really have a passion for it, if I really feel like I need this, it's gonna get done. It's
So
just that simple.
yeah. So no, that's another good point. Like you know what I mean. A lot of gems is getting dropped in this interview, but so I want to go back to what you said regarding the you said the budget for the movie.
Hmm.
Okay. Now we all know in this line of work
Right.
or any work, you gotta have a budget before you do any of this. I mean, that's even in the Bible that you need to have a budget before
Right.
you even do anything.
100%.
So, as far as like, what are the ins and outs of the financial side of what you do?
Um,
In other words, do you set budgets? Do you watch how you spend stuff like that?
certain things, yes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just be blood raw when I tell you this. I'm a person where I don't cherish money. So
Mm,
if I have to spend it on something and I know that I need it, I'm gonna spend it because I know money is gonna come right back.
that's right. Basically the abundant mindset. That's what it is.
Exactly. So it's like I don't really be thinking like, dang, I need this, but I can't do it because this and this. No, if I need it, I'm gonna get it. That's how I, act. That's how I process. That's how I think. Especially if it's for something that's towards a passion of mine. Excuse me. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna pay for it. I need it. If I need to do it. One thing about it, you can't expect someone to invest into you if you're afraid of investing into
That's right.
yourself.
That's right. Scared money don't make money.
Exactly. So why would someone come and invest 100,000, to 500,000, $1 million into you, but you scared to put $1 into yourself?
Mm.
You know. So I've never been afraid to put, to put into myself or to even put into someone that I believe in. I've never been afraid to do that. You know. So.
So, have you ever had any what do you call those? Have you ever had any downfalls with money? You know
Oh,
what I mean?
of course. Of course, 100%. I've definitely had some struggles where it's like money was just not coming the way I needed it to, but it came eventually. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I just had to make sure and keep believing
Did y'all hold
that,
up? Did y'all hear what he just said? He was like, "It ain't came when I needed to, but it came.
right?
It came."
Because it's like
That's good.
one thing I learned is that I had to change my mindset and how I thought. Like, when people be like, "Oh, I don't say I'm broke," because I'm not broke.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't have the money at that time, I'm not broke. Because if you start thinking I'm broke, dang, I don't have money, dang this, that's what's gonna start coming into your life because you're speaking that. So I don't say I'm broke. You know, I say that, situations could be better. Situations is gonna be better. I speak it into existence. I'm gonna be good. Like this year, I know 100%. And for other people, they might be like, "Oh, dang, that's a big thing." But I know I'm gonna be a millionaire
That's right.
by the end of this year.
That's right.
100%. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? God personally already showed me that because He tells me and talks to me through dreams and through people, and I get visions. Like, people don't know this side of me, but that's what it is. Like, I've done had dreams where I had a dream and then literally it happened in reality the same exact way, and I knew that was God talking to me.
See,
And sometimes,
no, go ahead.
sometimes it be, something I don't want to happen, and it still happening. I'm like, okay, yeah, I knew this was gonna happen because you already told me. But so for sure, I know by the end of this year, I'm going to be a millionaire.
See, and that is the same type of trajectory that I'm on right now. It's like, I don't know if you heard of Dave Ramsey.
I have.
So he has this thing called the Baby Steps Millionaire, where it's 7 steps, right? And I said the same thing. I was like, by the end of this year, I will be a baby step millionaire. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but it ain't up to me to figure it out.
Right.
You just by day, you do what you can, that day. So that was the financial part of what you do. Now, has this in any way impacted your relationship life?
The movie,
I'm gonna ask you a
or
couple. Well, no, you as an entertainer, like from when you started to right now, has this affected anything regarding your relationships,
of course,
mindset wise?
100%. One, it's not too many females that can handle my lifestyle or what I do. You know what I'm saying? Even though when I am in a relationship, I see only that person. Literally, you've done seen that before.
Yeah.
Like I only see her, whoever she is. I only see her. I don't see no one else because it takes a lot for me to even make a girl my girl. You know what I'm saying? And like I have the mindset where it's like, if I'm gonna make you mine, why would I cheat on you? You know what I'm saying? If I cheat on you, I might as well leave you.
That's right.
So it's just like I ain't got time for that. So basically, it's been a lot. It's been some roller coasters because some of the females can't take me being around other females, or I'm doing videos and I got video vixens and all that, and they're like, oh, but why she gotta be in your video? And it's like, if you can't handle the lifestyle, just say that. You know what I'm saying? You met me as an artist. You didn't meet me and I just said, oh, I want to do artists. I want to be an artist now. No, you met me like this. So you made the decision to actually come in and join my lifestyle and what it is, and support it. And I'm not going to say that the females that I have been with haven't supported. They have. Every female I've actually said, I'm going to make mine, supported me 100%. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that everything was bad. But did it last or did it? No, that's life. You live and you learn, you grow and you move on. But as far as relationships and the lives, yeah, definitely because a lot of people can't handle the lifestyle that we live. And then there'd be times where I was in the studio, and then they're like, "Oh, why you always in the studio?"
Why you always in there?
There's like, this is work. This is my work. This is what I do. This is going to make millions one day, and I believe that. If you don't believe that, that's okay, but I do.
So let me I'm gonna wrap the questions up because so far as like so many stuff that's happening right now that we saying. So another question regarding relationships. Being as how that you are an entertainer and you pretty much seen the ins and outs, like you said, video vixen and they not being okay with this happening and all of this happening, and you say, look, man, like you met me like this.
Right.
Were there some times where you had to adjust for the sake of her? You know what I mean?
Of course.
Okay. And how did you cope with that?
Life is about sacrifices. you know. And to be honest with you, when I make a girl my girl, if she says she don't like something, if it's reasonable, of course, I cut it off. It's just that simple. One of my exes, she literally told me while we was together, she said, I don't like the word relax. I deleted that word from my dictionary. Literally, it was gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it really just depends. You know, if it's reasonable, if it's something reasonable, if it's not something that's just petty, you know, of course, if you're being petty, then you're being petty. But if you're actually being reasonable with what you're saying and you don't like something or you feel like this made you uncomfortable, then that's different. Okay, if it made you uncomfortable, I'm going to adjust to go ahead and make sure you're not uncomfortable. You know, even if you just don't like seeing me around
That's right.
the video vixens,
Yeah.
then maybe you just don't have to be on set while I'm filming. You know, it's just certain things that you have to just cope with. Because if I'm coping, she has to cope too. You know what I'm saying? If I'm adjusting, she has to adjust too. You know what I'm saying? So this is the lifestyle that I'm living. You chose to partake in it as well. So you have to understand some things. But for the most part, I didn't really have too much of an issue
Yeah, too much friction
because
going on.
most females I've been with like girls. So it was
Oh,
just like, oh, okay, you know, or acted like they like girls. But either way, it wasn't as bad for the females and stuff like that. So it's just, you know, it's cool.
so the last question, Oh, it's two more questions, but
That's fine.
this question right here. um, how does this entertainment life affect your personal life, or is your entertainment life and personal life the same? Because me personally, for me, um, it's kind of the same. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what I mean is, like, I consider fun work.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%. Mm-hmm.
So when people go out and have fun and stuff, they go out there in clubs and stuff. I won't go out there unless it's something that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? And that's
I
considered fun to me. So so the question is there a separate, or is it all the same?
it's a little bit of both. Uh, it's a little bit of both for me. Cause to be honest with you, outside of me doing, I guess you could consider it work, but to me it's fun too. I love doing film. I love making music.
Mm-hmm.
I love performing. I love dancing. So all that'd be fun to me. But when I'm not doing that, I'm really just chill. I'll be at the crib watching anime. Like I
Yeah,
love anime.
yeah.
I
Homebody.
watch anime all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then if I have a girl, I'm probably laid up with her. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll choose being laid up with my woman over going out any day, unless it's money involved and I have to go make some money, and that's different. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just to go out and have, I look at fun as just being around the woman that I adore.
Mm.
You know, but yeah, that's just me. At heart, I'm a lover boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Which is why you can see through my R&B music and stuff like that. But you know,
Yeah, you be what you call that? You be expressing.
right? So it's like, you know, it really just depends. But besides, you know, that I be calm, I be chill, I'm slow to anger. I don't really get mad like that. I don't got time for getting mad. If you're not family to me, you can't get me mad. It's just that simple.
Or if you're not like emotionally attached to
Right?
that
You
person, it's
can't get me
like,
mad. I'm
yeah,
not gonna let
exactly.
an outsider come and get me. Why? I
Mm.
might get annoyed, but mad? Nah, it takes a lot to get me mad. So I ain't got time for that. You
That's
know?
a good point. That's a good point. That part right there is like, listen, bro, in this line of work, bro, if you're on the outside, bro,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not emotionally attached to you, bro. So you could try to, press the buttons,
Right.
but my mindset is, who are you?
Right. Exactly. Like, why do you think you're gonna get under my skin? Like, I laugh at that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And not in a disrespectful way. I laugh at it in a way it was like, okay, you're just trying to test my,
Yeah, you tried.
but it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? I've been through too many stuff to let stuff like this affect me or get me mad or make me feel some type of way. You know? It's just like dealing with a woman. You see a woman you like, you go talk to her, you might get shut down. You're not supposed to let that get you mad or feel some type of way. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah.
You know?
That goes back to the abundant mindset of everything. It's like once you got the abundant mindset, everything is like like everything is like, okay, well, it is what it is. On to the next. So
100%.
last question, where can we find you, my guy?
You can definitely find me on all platforms at Charmherr. Charmherr. CHARMHERR.
All
You can
right.
find me everywhere there for Facebook, IG, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Charmherr. Everywhere.
All right, so this is another banger, man. Shout out to Charmer. This is my guy here. 3 years going on 4 years, bro.
Yes,
Y'all stay
sir.
tuned for what he has. This is another Courtesy Nation reaction. No, this is another Courtesy Nation spotlight interview. Y'all be safe and God bless.